Today, we've got some groundbreaking news about Bitcoin and its potential role in global finance. Imagine Bitcoin becoming a reserve asset for central banks, just like gold. Sounds wild, right? Well, let's dive into what's happening, why it matters, and what the community is saying about it. So grab a seat, hit that like button, and let's get started. All right, so first up, let's talk about a recent paper from the Bitcoin Policy Institute titled The Case for Bitcoin as a Reserve Asset. This paper is making waves by arguing that central banks should consider adopting Bitcoin as a reserve asset. Currently, centralized banks around the world hold a whopping $2.2 trillion in gold as of Q1 2024, and they're continuing to expand their gold allocations. But why Bitcoin? According to economist Matthew, Bitcoin is an effective portfolio diversifier because it has a weak correlation with other financial instruments. This means adding Bitcoin to a reserve portfolio can help spread risk. Plus, Bitcoin has no counterparty risk, making it a solid hedge against things like sovereign defaults and even financial sanctions imposed by governments. Matthew points out that while Bitcoin and gold might not be the preferred answer for every central bank, Bitcoin offers similar store of value and hedging properties, especially against rapid currency depreciation. So, in times of economic uncertainty, Bitcoin could serve as a reliable asset to protect against inflation and other financial risks. Now, let's move things over to a political front. The push for Bitcoin as a reserve asset isn't just coming from analysts and economists. US politicians are getting involved too. Following the former President Donald Trump's keynote addresses at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, Wyoming, Senator introduced the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill in the US Senate. Now, this bill aims to acquire 5% of Bitcoin's total supply over time, and which is a pretty ambitious goal, right, when we consider how diverse or spread out and decentralized the supply currently is. In an interview, Mario of Fox News, Trump hinted at the possibility of paying the national debt with Bitcoin, if everyone remembers that. Now, that's a pretty bold move, suggesting that Bitcoin could play a significant role in managing the country's finances and combating currency inflation. Of course, on the flip side, you have Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, if I can talk today, and a well-known is a well-known Bitcoin advocate, right? Praising the Strategic Reserve Initiative as the 21st century equivalent of Louisiana Purchase. Now, a massive investment that could significantly expand the United States' financial capabilities. But of course, not everyone is cheering this on. You've got Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, which has some reservations. He argues that while adopting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve could boost its price, it might also allow state actors to influence the Bitcoin network. This is a crucial point because it touches on the core principles of Bitcoin's decentralization and resistance to centralized control. Hoskinson's concerns highlight the delicate balance between integrating Bitcoin into national financial systems and maintaining its decentralized ethos. It's a debate that's sure to continue as more institutions consider Bitcoin's role in their own portfolios. Now, let's see what the crypto community is saying about all of this. On platforms like X and Reddit, opinions are pretty mixed. Many Bitcoin enthusiasts are thrilled about the idea of Bitcoin being used or adopted as a reserve asset. They believe that it could lead to increased demand and stability for Bitcoin, potentially pushing its price even higher. For example, X posts like Bitcoin to the moon as a reserve asset, and finally, Bitcoin getting the recognition it deserves are popping up all over social media. Supporters argue that this move could legitimize Bitcoin further and integrate it more deeply into the global financial system. However, there are also some skeptics. Some users are worried about the potential for increased government influence over Bitcoin, which could compromise its decentralized nature. Comments like, "Be careful what you wish for," government control could spell trouble for Bitcoin's core principles, reflect the concerns of some. Overall, the sentiment is a mix of excitement and caution, with many in the community watching closely to see how developments unfold. So, what does all this mean for you and the future of Bitcoin? If the predictions hold true, Bitcoin could see a significant surge in value, potentially reaching $125,000 by the end of the year if the Republicans dominate the US Congress. This is based on analysis from Standard Chartered Bank analyst Jeff Kendrick. We covered this a couple days ago, who also noted that Bitcoin could rise even more if Trump wins a second term. But that's not all, but it's definitely not all smooth sailing, right? There are legitimate concerns about government influence and the true impact of such a move on Bitcoin's decentralized nature. As always, it's essential to stay informed and consider both the opportunities and, of course, the risks. What do you think about Bitcoin becoming a reserve asset? Are you bullish on these predictions, or do you have, a lot of reservations around it? Let me know in the comments down below, or join us in our free Discord server and we can continue the conversation down there. If you found this video helpful and want to stay updated with all the latest crypto news, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more crypto insights. And guys, if you haven't done so already, check this video out right here. It's not one that you're going to want to miss.